New tonight, with homicides and property crimes rising in San Antonio and other U.S. cities, some are questioning more lenient bail practices.
Yeah, are they putting repeat offenders back on the street? And why is Bexar County helping? News 4 troubleshooter Jay Avila investigates what's happening at the county jail and the battle over bail.
The county and the bail reform group it's working with say cash bail discriminates against the poor and that inmates should be released on little to no bond if they pose little risk to society. But records show some they've bonded out have extensive criminal records and a history of not showing up to court.
The disturbing thing that we're looking at with the violent crime.
Police Chief William McManus mentioned bail as a factor last month when announcing San Antonio's 30% increase in homicides and jump in property crime.
Because there's not a whole lot of pretrial detention going on right now. Most of these folks are getting out.
Since 2020, a group called the Texas Organizing Project, or TOP, has bailed out 741 inmates from the Bexar County Jail.
This is the list of individuals that we've identified for bailout.
TOP is one of the organizations behind last year's Defund the Police movement.
All right, I got 7 bonds today.
Now it's focusing on bailing out what it calls low-level offenders with bail amounts of $5,000 or less.
Because many poor people are sitting in jail without legally being found guilty of a crime, and they should have the same rights as those that are being charged with the same exact crime and have wealth and are able to be bailed out.
Bexar County says it doesn't have a list of inmates bonded out by TOP, but we were able to research some cases. Ernest Saldana was bailed out for felony meth possession, a low-level charge. But the police report says Saldana had gone into a women's restroom at a convenience store with a knife. Saldana was charged as a repeat offender, indicted for shooting and stabbing a female companion in 2006. Gilbert Vasquez was also bonded out by TOP for meth possession and evading arrest. He was charged as a habitual offender with 44 cases on his record, including assault, robbery, and theft. Neither Saldana nor Vasquez showed up to court after TOP bonded them out. We found numerous other inmates with long criminal histories who now have active warrants out for their arrest after TOP bonded them out. Do some of these defendants belong in jail?
Again, I would have to say that everyone's entitled to bail.
And Bexar County agrees with TOP. In fact, we've learned the county supplies the group with a weekly list of people for them to bond out. And when a TOP defendant fails to appear in court, the Bexar County Public Defender represents TOP in the case, so it doesn't lose the bail money, something that is not done for bail bond companies. Sheriff Javier Salazar says TOP has helped keep the jail population down during COVID.
What we may be seeing with regard to violent crime, every other major city and county in the United States is seeing it.
So you don't attribute that to the bail reform initiative?
I don't.
There was outrage last year when a man named Darrell Brooks drove through a parade in Milwaukee, killing 6 people, 2 days after walking out of jail on a $1,000 bond for trying to run over the mother of his child.
This one here.
And here in San Antonio, victim advocates are concerned about the bailouts. Convicted murderer Derek Rodriguez was free on bond when he shot Abel Salazar and stuffed him in a trash can.
How many have lost a loved one because the system is just letting them out like if nothing, giving them one chance after another chance after another chance?
But bail reform has been adopted in cities across the nation. Groups that support it have spent millions to help elect district attorneys and other leaders who agree with their cause. Campaign finance records show Texas Organizing Project performed canvassing and field operations for Sheriff Salazar in the amount of more than $16,000 and did about $76,000 worth of campaign work for Bexar County DA Joe Gonzalez. A political action committee that supports bail reform, funded by billionaire George Soros, also contributed an unprecedented $1.4 million worth of advertising and research for DA Gonzalez's campaign since 2018. The district attorney says the contributions are not the reason TOP receives cooperation from the county on its bailout efforts.
because they supported me does not have any does not reflect on how we operate our office and our recommendations at the magistrate's office with regard to recommending low-level bonds.
A new law passed by the legislature will require more transparency by groups like TOP that bail out defendants. The sheriff will have to maintain a list of their bailouts and report them to the state. We've also learned that Harvard University will soon launch a project to study bail reform here at the Bexar County Jail. I'm News 4 troubleshooter Jay Avila.